Welcome back for day 2 of Deuteronomy. I'm so excited about this plan. Today's reading is the back half of Deuteronomy chapter 1, and it's a retelling of the original story, which is found in Exodus chapter 13, of the Israelites sending some spies into the land. Remember, God brought them up out of Egypt, and he says, I'm going to give you a good land, a land flowing with milk and honey. They're not so sure about this, so they send out 12 spies to check out the land. And the spies come back with a great report. They bring some fruit, some evidence of the land's richness and goodness. But there's a few problems with the land, they say. Listen to this reading, starting in chapter 1, verse 28. Where can we go? Our brothers have made our hearts melt in fear. They say the people are stronger and taller than we are. The cities are large with walls up to the sky. We even saw the Anakites there. Then I said to you, do not be terrified. Do not be afraid of them. The Lord your God, who is going before you, will fight for you, as he did for you in Egypt before your very eyes and in the wilderness. In other words, don't be afraid. The same God who delivered you out of Egypt, who has cared for you and preserved you, who has met your every need in the wilderness, is going before you. There you saw how the Lord your God carried you, as a father carries his son, all the way you went until you reached this place. In spite of this, you did not trust in the Lord your God. Here's my question for us today as we read. Are there things you think God might be calling you to? Whether it's a way to live, a way to engage at work, or maybe it's a particular task, a calling or an assignment he has for you that you are not quite ready to jump into because you're scared? Are there things you think God is inviting you into, whether it's a life of generosity or someone you might be called to love, and you're not doing it yet because of the obstacles before you? You know, just like the Israelites, they're not thinking mostly about God's promise and God's protection and God's invitation. They're thinking about the barriers of all the things that could go wrong, about why this is impractical. And that's what's keeping them from obeying. Now, are there things in your life that might be keeping you from doing what God's asking you to do? If that resonates, take a moment today and think about, what is it God has invited me to? Maybe not just invited, but asked or nudged or pushed. What has God put right in front of you that you just need to step into in faith, because the same God who has delivered them out of Egypt and cared for them in the wilderness has been watching over you too, carrying you the way a father carries his son. I want to flip that coin for a moment. Here's what convicts me in this passage. I think that often I am the voice of the one saying all the reasons why this isn't a good idea, not just in my life, but in other people's lives. So I wonder, in your small group, in your family, in your group of friends, are you the one who's pointing out all the reasons things could go wrong? Or are you the voice pointing people back to all the ways God has been faithful so far? Which voice are you? Are you the scared spies? Or are you the trusting and faithful Moses in this passage? So take a moment before you go out into your world, into your ordinary work and tasks about the day, and think, how can I be the one pointing people to God's faithfulness all along in the story? And what is God calling me to today? In spite of the obstacles, in spite of the risk, will I let my Heavenly Father carry me the way he carried the Israelites and longs to carry us as well? Have a great day, friends. We'll see you tomorrow.